Hello, I'm Kikastego, and today we're doing the Shrinky Dink and Dollar Tree testing resin project. Well, the Shrinky Dink's from Amazon, but the resin's from Dollar Tree, and that's what the video is about, is testing the resin, but I'll still show you my Shrinky Dinks. I was going to do the fake stained glass next, but it's not turning out too well, so I still gotta, workshop that a bit. So we're gonna push Resin's Shrinky Dinks in front. So, let's get into this. Okay. I want to do Danganronpa. No shame. I want to do a bunch of magnets of, like, the pixel art of the characters, basically. Because I love the pixel arts. And I think it'll just be fun, so I'm gonna do it. And, trying to think of what would work on this material. I'd probably have to rough it up. The only Shrinky Dink I've made in recent history was this Don't Starve character that turned out semi-decent. I think I scratched up the surface. I want to say I did. Very boobily. But he's cute. Okay, I got some 220 from the garage, and we can scuff these up now. Okay, now that the surface is prepped and it feels entirely a little bit gritty, like this feels very smooth when it's new. So it feels a little bit gritty. We should be able to figure out exactly where we can put our pixel art, because I would like to maximize the size, because I have probably 48 sheets of this, and I would like to make every single one, probably not in this video, but I would like to at least make the first game in this video. So I got a picture of Monokuma's sprite. The Sharpie work? Not really. What did I use for you, my dude? Was it Sharpie? Honestly, I have no idea. I guess we can try with Sharpie. I'm worried that the resin, though, will, make it leak. Let's try Uniball Vision. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that'll look good. It does look like it's bleeding into the grooves a little bit. That's not good. Let's try. Does that bleed more? Because I can get a sharper Sharpie. This one's a little, not sharp. Because when it shrinks up, it should get darker. Because this looks darker than that in person. Yeah. Sharpie is definitely a better way to go with this. Let me find a fresh Sharpie. Ha! I knew where something was for once. Before I started this video, I spent, probably a good half an hour looking for the Shrinky Dink paper, so I need to, get my shit together. Sweet, fresh Sharpie. You know what I just realized? I'm an idiot. How am I gonna fit his head up there? Well, let's get into the time lapse of me making these things. Okay, I guess it'll be a good indicator if we actually need to color the white parts white or not. So, let's cut them out. Okay, that wasn't horrible. I don't know, maybe I should give them a quick white coat before we get any further. Because I want to say that it's not going to be fully white, so we'll give them a little extra help with that. I probably need to get rid of it anyway, but the pink paper on the background has been here for a while. A hot minute. Okay, let's, try to do this. Question mark. Actually, I have a glass table somewhere. If I can find it. I found it. Because I don't know what temperature that mat can go up. I know it can withstand glue guns, but I don't know about a heat gun. So let's try to mess with this. It's like he's got a strange indent on his face. But he's cool though, other than that. Well, actually, technically he's hot, but You get my point. I wonder if I can, you know... He looks cute. Such a little guy. I don't know how much I like the texture of the colored pencil, but he'll survive. It's such a little monokuma. Yeah, I think put some doming on him. I think they'd be cute. So I think that's a good size for him. Just a little charm kind of situation. Yeah, you could even like leave a little loop and you could do like charm bracelets or something like that if you wanted to do something similar. Okay, but I did this to test out the sizing of the squares. So, yeah, I guess time lapse for the rest of the characters. Oof, I don't know if these Arteza markers are gonna work for his hair. It's like he's such a weird color palette. I am very much worried about his ahoge in the shrinking process because I could see that getting stuck to him. But we got our little Makoto, so let's try to shrinky dinky him. I don't know. He looks cool, but he's kind of weird at the same time. I mean, the alcohol marker looks kind of cool, to be honest. Yeah, I might remake Makoto and use alcohol marker for the color. Because his face is definitely all smudged up and you can really tell. Actually, I might remake both of them and not do the white thing. Because it looks weird. Okay, after that failure, I decided to test again. And, let's do it with a bigger figure. See if that helps. Well, I'd be interested in seeing how this shrinks, because if that alcohol marker looks better than the Sharpie, I might just stick with the alcohol marker, but then that means I gotta remake Monokuma again. I messed up his teeth a little bit, but we're not going to talk about that. It's harder to control, but I might have an alcohol marker that isn't, like, as bleedy as a chameleon, basically. So, I don't know. Let's cut him out and see how it goes. Okay, let's Shrinky Dinky him. Another thing I thought of is maybe give it a white border, but we'll see how this goes. Okay. That's definitely a lot flatter. Still not perfect, but it's pretty never going to be perfect, but looks cute. Yeah, you can definitely tell a difference between the two blacks. Like the Sharpie's kind of shiny and the alcohol marker's kind of not, which kind of gives it a cool kind of dimensional look. But I'm going to squish him between these two plates to cool down. But I think that was a pretty good turnout. He's a lot bigger than him. But I think that's a good, like, big size fridge magnet. But I did order some printable ones that I can make them this size. But I think for handmade ones, this size is a good size. But I'll have to make another video for the printable ones because I'll probably make them all little babies. But for this one, I'll probably do all the Monokumas, the Monokubs, and Monami and / Usami handmade for this video. So yeah, let's show you those real quick. Okay, we got Monokuma, Monami, Usami, Kirakuma, Shirokuma, and then your Voice of Space. So, that would be all the Monokumas. So let's roll that beautiful bean footage of hopefully them working out in the Shrinky Dinky process. Okay, so the handmade ones didn't turn out the best, so I'm going to plan B. I literally I had him in there for probably 5 minutes. He did not go past there. Like, they're a little woobly. I didn't get my methodology down yet. So yeah, most of them are a little warbly. But what's really, turning me off to it is Kirakuma and Monokuma got, messed up. It's like Monami and Asami turned out pretty good. They're very flat. Because I finally figured out, put them on this hot plate and then put the piece of glass on top and hold it down. It tends to work. So, I'm going to plan B. I'll show you. I've been formatting the pixel art for all of the characters minus the children from Ultra Despair Girls, because I felt weird getting rid of Kamaru, and I kept Shirokuma and Kirakuma, but all 57 of the characters. I spent some time in Photoshop adjusting the colors, and then I format them, so hopefully I can take them into Illustrator and size them and print them on the printable shrink plastic that I made. Not I made, but I bought. And hopefully that'll work so we can get something we can actually, test the resin on, since I've been doing this project for 2 weeks now. So, yeah, I'll get to that. Okay, we got our randomly selected first candidates here. And they look good. A little bit blurrier than I like, but once it shrinks down, you probably won't even notice it. Probably had something to do with me exporting it into Photoshop and then putting it back into Illustrator kind of thing, so I could get the different color. And hopefully, because the Shrinky Dinks darken up, so hopefully I made it saturated enough and light enough that when they shrink down, they're her hair looks really orange. Hopefully it'll look red. So I guess the next thing to do, and actually I might make them smaller. Well, I guess the next thing to do is to cut, we'll do Sayaka here. We'll cut out Sayaka, or maybe Mondo, because Mondo is very easy to cut out. But we'll cut out one of them and test them. We'll cut out Mondo to see exactly how much they shrink and if it still, looks like Mondo. Because I think I want to make them actually tinier. I wanted to give that white border too, so crap, I'm going to definitely have to reprint this, but not a big deal. We'll see how it goes without a border, because it might look cooler. This printable one feels so much more, chintzy, I guess you can call it. Cheap feeling. It is a different brand, though. I believe the other one was Graphics. This is called Aohie? I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, but heck of a lot easier than drawing it. Yeah, definitely have to do the white borders, but we'll see how he goes. Especially if I make them any smaller. That cutting will be a absolute hassle for anybody with definition. We'll just use the heat gun for him, since he's a tiny boy. Oh my god, that turned out like pretty much perfectly the size that I wanted them, so that's good to know. But I still need to... I mean... Is he brighter than what he's supposed to be? Let's look at the original photo for him. Okay, so that's the redesigned one right there that ended up with this print. Focus on Mondo. Yeah, but that's the one that ended up with this print. Okay, so we'll go to the Dangan Pixel Sprites folder and find the original Mondo. Wherever he's at, he's right here. Pull up Mondo. That's what Mondo's supposed to look like. This is what he ended up looking like. So he's really orange. So we actually... I'd be curious just to make one without all the color corrections and see how it turns out. So, I can spare another piece of paper. Let's try that. Okay, we got the normal color scheme. So, hopefully this one will turn out a little bit nicer than him, as far as color-wise. So, let's see. All I did was use the original file and drop the opacity by 50%. So, hopefully he'll turn out cool, because it'll make it a lot easier if I want to do stuff like this in the future. So, I don't know why I didn't just test it originally, because I was watching, like, I forget what her name is, but another YouTuber who was doing, Shrinky Dinks stuff, and they said you have to up the brightness and everything, but we might not have to. Aw, that looks cool. I love it. I'm very happy. I wish I would have just did that originally. But it is what it is. I got a cute little Mondo. So I gotta, you know, do 56 other characters. Let's get into this. Okay, you got the general idea. I'm gonna do the rest of them. Okay, we finally got all our friends cut out. And, it occurred to me that some of these are gonna have, like, thicker borders than the others. Like, compare Byakuya here with, yeah, definitely, some thicker borders on the original ones I cut. But I think I can live with, like, a little bit of a discrepancy on that. Because... well, let me see how many are, like, bad. Yeah, because originally I wanted them nice thick borders. But I made some extras to kind of test the process. And that's when I realized that I was cutting them way smaller than Mondo. So, and I don't want to waste another printer paper just printing out Mondo, so I might try to, like, shave off his ends, and maybe I can shave off those couple people who need them, like Suichi here. Give me a second. I'll figure it out. Okay, let's get these little guys melted. So, what I do is I take my heat gun on the lesser powered setting and use a tape roll to kind of hold it down, and then you just kind of go for it, and then I flatten it out with a piece of glass on top of this other flat glass pane. Okay, then I always do it upside down. Flatten him out. He's not perfect, but he's cute. So, let's get to it. Beautiful. That took about an hour and a half to do all of them. And I guess we can use the testing ones that I made to test to see what's the best way to apply the Dollar Tree resin to dome them. I'm thinking 2 bottles will get us through, but I have 3 just in case. So, let's see how that goes. Okay. I got the part A and part B, and it says not toxic. I feel like that's a lie. Yeah, it says non-toxic right there. It's like, okay, sure, it's resin, right? Add 1 part epoxy resin to 1 part epoxy hardener. Work time about 30 minutes. Mix thoroughly to prevent uncured surface areas from forming. Okay. That's fine, but what's the best way to dome? I guess I can look up a video on how people normally resin dome. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I guess the first thing, because I can't really find anything specifically on this, would to be get the plastic mats out. And I don't know if it would be best to do this with like a brush or something. I don't know. Everybody get out of under the mat. It's still really hot right here. So we got our plastic mat and we can lay everybody out. Because it only gives us like 30 minutes of working time. So I don't know if the best thing would be like mix half. And then do half and then mix the other half and then do the other half. Or however much I can get out of half. I truly don't feel like 1 bottle, or 2 bottles I guess, because it's part A, part B. But 1 set is going to be enough to dome all this. But honestly, I don't know because I've never done it before. So we're going to figure that out. That's why I went very excess with my thought process. 1, because I want these. I just want them in my life. I'm going to turn them into little pins and then put them on my pin board. But, that's part of the reason I went very excess with this project, because I wanted to see how far you could take this resin. Ryoma is very, wonky. He'll live, though. Yeah, she's very wonky with her feet, too. Some of them obviously didn't turn out perfect, but it's good enough for me. It's not like I'd be selling these or anything anyway. Because it's not my design, and I feel bad if I do that. It's not like I designed the pixel art or anything, it's literally ripped from the games. Junko makes her hair so big. I guess same with Celestia, to be fair. Guess what I can do is pick up a little bit of it and put it on the character and move it around. I mean, it should work. I guess nothing to doing it but doing it. That's a lot of resin. Hopefully I can get all this done in 30 minutes. I might have to, just pour it. I probably should have prepared a mold or something for the extra. But I guess I got molds on standby, so it won't be that bad. Trying to mix it for, I don't know, a minute or 2. I used to work in painting, doing like commercial and government parts. And yes, mixing stuff is very crucial. Believe me. Actually, I might plug in the heat gun again because they say the heat gun can pop the bubbles. So I probably should do that real quick. Okay, pour it. The mixed stuff. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. Into the other batch. That's why it's on the plastic mat. Oh, I got some to practice on. I forgot about them. Those are, Russell and Mikey's favorite characters, so if they turn out nice, they become theirs. So let's put the practice ones in the frame now. Couple drops for Byakya. Byakya. It seems like it's going pretty good. Just give them a couple drops and, you know, spread it to the edges. So give them a quick blast with the heat gun. And beautiful. Okay. Time to, I guess, get doming. about 30 minutes it took. Got a little mold here. I'll just try to pour the rest of the resin in. Okay, they're definitely not perfect, but they are mine. Yeah, I'll definitely have to figure out how to trim off some of that leaky resin for some of them. But that's a problem for, I suppose, tomorrow. So, we'll see how that goes, okay? Okay, we got our little friends here. All nice and domed. Obviously, they're not all perfect, but they look pretty cool. You can see I missed a little bit of the doming right there. I definitely need to be more careful with the setup next time, but I still love them for being my first batch of doing something like this. The quality varies from having a little bit extra on the edge here and a little missed doming to Monokuma and Kaede, who are just having a, you know, grand old time. Or this trifecta of, I don't know you people. So, I got this lovely Dremel tool, which should hopefully be charged up, which it is. So hopefully, I can sand off those little imperfections so we can get to the next part. Okay, so that's really all I'm going to do to all them, and I'll probably wash them off, and then we'll get to adding the pin back. Okie dokie, I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, now that we got all of our little friends nicely sanded and taken care of, they aren't perfect, but I can live with it. So, I think I have some pin backs, because I want to make them pin backs, because I have a push pin board that I think would be super cute. And for the boys, I guess they prefer pins too, so we'll see if I have some official, like, actual pin backs. Okay, I found a little drawer of them, which, obviously, I can use for the boys. And most of these, I might have to order another pack of them. I don't think they're that expensive, but let me get some glue. I think E6000 should work. I don't know where my E6000 is, so crap. Guess I gotta find some. Okay, I made it to Dollar Tree, and I got some flexible bond original super glue. I know this stuff works pretty good, so I figured that should work for these. Woo. And I ordered on Amazon more pins, so I will tomorrow have the rest of these glued up. But all I'm really gonna do is puncture the top of this with the provided puncture and start gluing these little guys. Just like that, and hold it there for a little bit, and hopefully it'll hold. But yeah, I'll show you the beautiful final footage of them tomorrow when I get the rest of the pins. So, see you there. Okay, I got all my pins lined up in this little corner here. That's kind of hard to film because it's like right next to my working desk. But yeah, got them all right in there, looking so cool. Like I said, they weren't perfect, but they're perfect enough for me. And then I got the extras for the boys that I'll give them the next time I see them in person. But yeah, thank you for all of the recent subscribes on the channel. I know that Dollar Tree turnaround like container thing like popped off like crazy on the algorithm, so we're over 100 subscribers already. That's crazy. It took me forever to do this one because I was trying to do a different one, then I ended up having to get derailed because I just needed more stuff that took a while to order. But yeah, hopefully I can get back into posting more frequently and try to get more small projects to do in between my big projects, which frankly I thought this was going to be a small project, but I didn't realize I was going to be doing everything in all one video. But, it is what it is. Because I figured I was going to do a couple handmade ones and then do the printed ones in a different thing, but I didn't want to waste the resin on something I wasn't happy with because slightly a perfectionist. It's like, I'm okay with them being imperfect, but I'm not, if it's something I'm not going to like, why make it? But whatever. I digress. But thank y'all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And, yeah. Please come see me again. I love it. I love having you people here. So, see y'all later. Bye. Hey, one more little reminder I forgot about. If you're interested in Danganronpa content, like a Danganronpa Let's Play, please subscribe to the gaming channel, Key Costego Games. Me and the boys that I was gifting those pins to have been doing a unique Let's Play where I show them the game, because I know what happens, but they don't know what happens, so that makes it fun. So, yeah, we already have 1's done, 2's done, Ultra Despair Girls is done, and we're working on V3. So, if you're interested in Danganronpa, I'll see you there. Bye again.